This is the case of Veronica Youngblood, the woman who purposely took the lives of her kids to spite her husband. On August the 5th, 2018, Veronica Youngblood committed the tragic act of murdering her two daughters, Sharon Castro and Brooklyn Youngblood, aged 15 and 5 respectively, within their McLean, Virginia apartment. As a consequence, she was sentenced to 78 years behind bars. Veronica Youngblood's upbringing unfolded amidst poverty in Argentina, marked by a history of physical and sexual abuse. During her teenage years, she turned to a life as a sex worker to provide for her eldest daughter, born when she was just 16 years of age. In 2009, she entered into marriage with Ronald in Las Vegas. The couple, driven by Ronald's commitment to the U.S. Navy, experienced frequent relocations before eventually settling in Virginia. Their marriage concluded in divorce in 2016. Veronica stuck to the South American religious tradition of Umbanda, which holds beliefs in communication with the deceased. According to Ron Youngblood, her former spouse, the heinous murders were allegedly carried out to exert pressures on him. Veronica Youngblood and her spouse, Ron Youngblood, initially planned to relocate to Missouri. However, a change of heart led Veronica Youngblood to option for staying in Virginia. Following a custody battle, the court ruled in favor of Ron, granting him permission to move with his biological daughter, Brooklyn. Anticipating the tragic events, Youngblood purchased the handgun employed in the killings 9 days before the fateful incident on August the 5th, 2018. In a horrifying sequence of events, she administered sleeping pill gummies to her children before fatally shooting them in their beds. Brooklyn succumbed to a gunshot wound to the head at the scene, while Sharon, shot in the chest and in her back, called 911 after the attack, revealing that her mother was the perpetrator. Despite efforts, Sharon sadly later passed away in the hospital. In a chilling aftermath, Veronica Youngblood called her husband to express her hatred, and she also confessed to killing the children while Brooklyn lay dying. Veronica Youngblood was apprehended in August 2018. During the investigation, Veronica informed detectives that the incident stemmed from a protracted custody battle and that she intended to end her own life along with the lives of the kids. She even expressed a belief that she deserved the death penalty, though Virginia had abolished that in 2021. The trial spanned a duration of 2 weeks, during which Veronica entered a plea of insanity, asserting that she was driven by auditory hallucinations. However, this defense was dismissed. Following the playback of Sharon's distressing 911 call before she died, wherein she uttered the chilling words, "I don't want to die," jurors requested trauma therapy. Fairfax County Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney Kelsey Gill characterized Youngblood as a malicious, selfish, and deliberate killer, emphasizing that the case transcended typical mental health issues, extended beyond depression and PTSD, into a realm beyond suicidal tendencies. On March the 26th, 2023, Veronica Youngblood was found guilty on 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of using firearms to commit murder, with prosecutors arguing that the heinous act was motivated by revenge against her ex-husband. The jury deliberated for a day before delivering their guilty verdict. Veronica Youngblood received a sentence of 78 years in prison. The defense proposed a modification, suggesting that the sentences run concurrently rather than consecutively, potentially reducing the term to only 48 years behind the bars. However, Judge Randy Bellows rejected this request, citing a lack of legal authority to diminish the sentence under the law of the state. He poignantly remarked, "Mothers and fathers have many responsibilities, but none is more grave than keeping their children safe." Tragically, their mother became the instrument of their tragic deaths. Prior to the sentencing, Veronica Youngblood spoke for 30 minutes about the challenges that she's faced while raising her kids. Veronica Youngblood mentioned in Spanish that she had been a good mother and she was simply unsure on what happened, saying that something had just exploded in her head, in her mind, in her soul. Ladies and gentlemen, leave your thoughts on this case in the comment section below. So this was the case of Veronica Youngblood, the Argentinian woman who killed her kids, gave them laced gummies, waited until they fell asleep, and then shot them in their sleeps. She did this just to so-called spite her husband. She didn't want her husband to take the kids away from her. This lady took her own kid's life selflessly, selfishly. What type of mother is this? Until the next time, just tell me your thoughts below. I'm out of here.